So if you're wondering, yes, I'm still in the same clothes that I filmed my wrap up in. That's because I'm really bad at getting things done on time, so I thought if I scheduled them all, it would be all done and you guys would get them on time to watch, I suppose. So this is my August TBR chat, video. My lips have gone funny. So yeah, so this is my August TBR video. I've been a little bit ambitious this month. Kind of more ambitious than last month, even though it's only one book more, but the books that my boyfriend chose to make for me are massive, and I am genuinely worried whether or not I'm going to be able to do it or not, but who knows. So, as in previous TBRs, I have chosen I've chosen more book heavy TBR this month rather than Kindle, because I have so many books, new books on my TBR shelf that I want to read, so I kind of want to get through them, if that makes sense. Whereas on my Kindle I'm kind of running low on books, so I've kind of leveled it out like that. So I have 10 proper books and then 5 Kindle books. So as always, I don't know which order I'm going to read these books in yet, because I tried that one month and I absolutely hated it. I really didn't like reading that month, so I've decided to do it let's go for it. So the first book I'm going to read on my Kindle is Last Train to Istanbul by Ayse Cullen. I think it's about a young girl who goes on a train to Istanbul, but I think it's set in a wartime and it's kind of all a bit up in the air, I think. I don't know, it looks really interesting and I'm really excited to read it. Monstrous by Sean Platt and David Wright. I'm so bad at this. I don't know what any of these books are about, to be quite honest. I chose them because the covers look pretty, and yeah, so Monstrous by Sean Platt and David Wright. And then I've got Far From Perfect, Barbara Longley, and then One Breath Away by Heather Goodenkov. And then I've got The Killing Game by J.A. Curley. Curley. Those are my 5 Kindle books. I don't know what they're about, so I'm really sorry, but yeah, let's hope they're good. So on to books, which I can tell you about because I'll have the blurb in front of me. The first book I will be reading in the month of August, which I'm actually reading now, and it's only Monday, because I finished my July TBR ahead of schedule. So I've started reading this book, which was going to be on my August TBR anyway, and that is The Letter for the King by Tonke Dronok. It is a Dutch book, I think it is. It's been translated by Laura Watkinson, I think her name is. I'm about 100 pages in at the minute, so by the time this video goes up on Friday, I will probably have finished it. It's so good. It's about a young boy who, on the eve of his knighthood, gets taken away from his, reflection and is told to deliver a letter to a neighbouring king, and then he goes off on a big quest of adventure. From what I've read so far, it's really good, and it is technically a children's book. So it means that there's nothing too intense, and it's a nice summer read. It's massive though, but look how pretty it is. Look how pretty the little horses are. And this hasn't got the dust tracker on. The dust tracker is so pretty. So yeah. The next book, and all of the books have been picked by my boyfriend off my shelf. He basically went through the shelf last night and decided which books I was going to read. So the first book is Priestess of the White by Trudy Canavan. I've heard really great things about the other series that she's wrote, but I got this, it's a mass paperback, but I got it really cheap in a market clear out sale that they were having, and I thought that, I thought I'd give it a go. So it's basically about a girl who has a sorceress, sorcery powers or exceptional powers, and war comes and she has to use her powers for the sake of good. It's massive though. It's like 700 pages, or 676 pages. So it's pretty big. So I put myself in for like a massive month of reading. Massive month of reading. So, and then the next book Declan, my boyfriend, chose for me was The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. I'm pretty sure that it's about a town where everyone can hear each other's thoughts, and he finds a spot where you can't hear anybody else's thoughts and he has to run away. So I'm kind of excited, and I've just flicked through because I do this all the time on videos. I'm always like looking down, but I've just seen this page. I haven't read any of it because I want to read it and I want it to be a surprise. But yeah, I'm super excited to read it. Super excited. I'm so glad he chose the books that he chose, because most of them are the ones that I wanted to read anyway. So by having somebody else pick them for me, it was like justification. Justification. So the next book is Reboot, and it's basically about a girl or boy who comes back. Basically they can bring you back from the dead. I'm really excited to read this book. I'm really excited. I'm intrigued. I don't know whether I'm going to like it though. It's got that really annoying cover. I don't know whether if in the US they have them now, but they're like bendy, and I hate them almost as much as I hate big hardbacks. Books, just make your books properly, please. Please. The next book is Landline by Rainbow Rowell. I'm so excited to read this book. I really enjoyed Fangirl. I haven't read any of her others. I've had Eleanor and Park for absolute yonks now. Well, near enough 2 months, and I've not picked it up. So I'm super excited to read this book. I'm super excited that Declan picked it out for me, and he has such good book taste. So yeah, it was exciting. The next book I'm going to read is Looking for Alaska, and this one, Landline, is about a man and a woman whose marriage is in trouble, and she finds a phone and she can call her past husband, and she has to make the choice as to whether or not to allow them to marry, if that makes sense. So yeah, so the next book I'm going to read is Looking for Alaska by John Green. I don't actually know what this is about. I love John Green. I love The Fault in the Stars. I actually went to see The Fault in the Stars with my little sister when we were over in Liverpool, and I sobbed like a little girl. So I'm really intrigued to see whether or not I say intrigued an awful lot. I'm really excited to see whether his other books hold up to, you know, The Power of Tifios, or whether or not he's a flop, which is probably not going to happen. Probably not going to happen, but we'll see. So yeah. The next book, and I'm so excited to find this in Waterstones, is Legend by Marie Lu. I'm so excited to read this book. It's about a young girl and boy who are on the run and the undercover, and they meet by chance, and it turns out that the boy has killed the girl's brother, and then they're supposed to be avenging each other's death or whatever. So I'm really excited. Really, really excited. Can you tell? The next book has been sat on my desk since May. Well, on my bookshelf since May, and I haven't touched it. I haven't looked at it since I bought it, so I was so excited when Declan picked it up for me. And that is Love Letters to the Dead. It's about a young girl whose sister dies tragically, and in an English writing assignment, she has to write a letter to a dead person, and she takes it further and carries on writing letters, and this is like her letters basically, and I'm guessing you get like a sense of who she is through the letters. So yeah. The next book, and you will see why having 15 books with the books that I've included is such a massive undertaking, because the next book that I've chosen to read this month, yeah, wait for it, wait till you see how massive this book is, wait for it, is A Clash of Kings by George R.R. Martin. It's nearly as wide, half of my face. That's how wide it is, guys. Like, oh my god. 873 pages of pure awesomeness. Well, I'm hoping so anyway, because I haven't read it yet, but pure awesomeness, hopefully. Fingers crossed, because I love Game of Thrones. I loved a Game of Thrones, and I'm ready to carry on the series. And then the last book that I intend to read this month, that I've decided to read this month, is drumroll please, it's kind of a funny story by Ned Vizzini. It is about a young boy who tries to commit suicide after getting so stressed out about being in a proper cool school. And apparently it's really funny but really sad all at the same time. So that's the kind of book that gets me riveted. And that is it, guys. That is the 15 books that I plan to read in August. Can you believe it? Can you believe that we are in August already? I can't believe it. Cannot believe it. Don't want to believe it. But yeah, that's it, guys. See you later. Bye.